So we're going to do a subject on the liver, and it's been an important role for me. I don't read much about it on social media, but I've done a number of experiments, and it has been quite helpful. In Western medicine, liver problems are looked at a little bit different than some of the alternative perspectives. I particularly used ideas from traditional Chinese medicine, and I was diagnosed by a couple of Chinese medicine doctors with what they call liver stagnation. It's considered to be a Western disease because of the amount of stress that we have in the West. But certainly, a lot of the stress that's occurring can be emotional stress, but a lot of it's biological stress. And on the right side, I have my one of my AI windows open, which helps explain some of what's going on. There are a number of pathways that the liver uses to detoxify harmful substances. The Chinese believe that once the liver begins to kind of back up because the filter's clogged up, that the body cannot process toxins properly, so they backfloat inside the rest of the body. The liver is also responsible for a lot of metabolic functions. But most people have heard of glutathione. That would have been my number one choice of what's going on. And glutathione is a very strong detoxifying agent the liver uses. But the problem with glutathione is that it's also used up by the immune system, and which leaves levels inside the liver deficient, so toxins build up. I'm not going to go through each one of these, but they discuss chronic immune activation, overloading these particular types of cells. Let's see here, mitochondrial strain. We know that's a big problem in ME/CFS, which they mentioned, produces more lactate, and lactate is a very toxic acid that comes out from errant metabolism. They mention aldehydes. That's a whole nother topic. Let's see what else they have to say. Aldehyde accumulation, ammonia noise. So ammonia, because it's not detoxified correctly, then begins to back up inside the body. It causes neurological problems. It's considered to be a very toxic byproduct. And then they discuss bioflow, and bioflow actually intersects into a lot of the gut, the microbiome. That's a whole nother topic. Redox imbalance, constant oxidative pressure. No doubt about that. Let's see where we're at here. So there's a few things I did. I'll give you a short list. I did a popular milk thistle blend by Solaray. That's about $10, $11, $12. That is purely herbal. There are herbs in there that are specific just for the liver, milk thistle being one of the primary ones. That one's been studied for a lot of different diseases, including death cap mushroom ingestion, which usually will ruin the liver. The Europeans have done studies on that and do administer, from what I know, milk thistle for accidental death cap ingestion. NAC is quite a popular one that's shown up in a number of cases on social media. It's a precursor to glutathione, and as I mentioned before, there's other nutrients that support that, including selenium, etc. I won't go through every one of those. And then I mention Hepatopro by Life Extension, and that is a phosphatidylcholine product, which has a double role in the body. It does help with liver, but it also helps with gut, and it also helps with healing cell membranes. You can do, if that one's about $35, $35. Second choice, if money is tight, is sunflower lecithin by NOW. Then, of course, you have the methylation pathways. That's been studied extensively. Those are supported by some of the items and the basic nutrients that Life Force by Source Naturals, that has some of the minimal nutrients needed for methylation, such as B6, B2, folic acid, B12. That can be enhanced through some individual supplementation. That's another topic. Hepatopro, or the sunflower lecithin, does contain choline as phosphatidylcholine. Choline is a major methyl donor, so it does support liver health.